Welcome back, viewers. This is South Speaks, and first up, of course, it's deja vu for political observers in Telangana as once again there are rumors of a potential merger. Now, this time it's between the Bharat Rashtriya Samiti and the Bharatiya Janata Party, and these, of course, have been floated by none other than the Telangana Congress President and the Chief Minister of the state, Revanth Reddy, who is now suggesting that a merger is imminent. BRS, of course, which has often been portrayed as the B team of the BJP, has hit back. In response, KT Ramarao, the BRS working president, vehemently denied these claims, asserting that the BRS would not disband and even labelled the merger discussions as baseless. Meanwhile, KTR criticized Revanth Reddy for his selective criticism. He even emphasized that if there were any secret arrangements with the BJP, his sister Kavita would have been incarcerated or would not have been for 150 days amid the legal battles, of course, related to the Delhi liquor policy case. The BRS, of course, has often faced political fallout from these rumors. As being linked to the BJP threatens to undermine its identity and credibility in the state of Telangana. Now, many within the party fear that such a merger would dilute their regional distinctiveness and somewhere alienate their core voter base as well. KTR also highlights that the party's resilience, noting that BRS has thrived for 24 years despite numerous challenges and efforts to undermine it. So let's listen in to how KTR firstly debunked all of these charges that were leveled by the Chief Minister of Telangana.
It's been 8 months since Revanth Reddy became a Chief Minister. He hasn't been able to summon courage to say one word against Modi ji. But he heaps abuse on a day-to-day basis against KCRG. Now KCRG is 70, Modi ji is 73. How come Revanth is abusing KCRG on a daily basis with the chaste and most ugly, in the most filthy and most uncouth manner? But whereas when it comes to Modi ji, he's nothing but, it's full of respect.
And mainly, how do you see the attack between the, Congress and the BRS?
The Congress party is intellectually bankrupt. When they have nothing to say, they'll start calling another party B team of BJP, etc., etc. So let me remind you, our leader, our MLC and my sister has been in jail for the last 150 days. And we all know it's a politically motivated case.
Now, meanwhile, of course, the BJP has given a different twist to the chorus that the BRS will join the Congress instead. So, while this is happening, is there any truth to these talks now that are doing the rounds? If there is, which is the party that stands to gain and which is the party that stands to lose? And more importantly, will it benefit the people of Telangana? These are the questions that lie before us, viewers, and we are going to try and decipher it with the guests that we have. Dinaka, Lanka, BJP leader today joining us. Dinesh Chaudhary from the BRS is also with us today. Dr. Girija Shetkar, Congress spokesperson, is with us. And also to give us a point of view as far as what has been happening over the years. And currently, yes, Nagesh Kumar, he's a senior journalist from Telangana who's with us today. Let me first take this across to the Congress party because the allegation has come in from the Chief Minister, who's of course from the Congress. Dr. Girija, what makes you think that this alliance, is probably happening? Because the Congress has said this in the past, while Telangana polls were happening as well. Even before the Lok Sabha, this was being spoken about. The BRS came out and said, well, we have nothing to do with the BJP. We have our own regional identity and we don't want to compromise it. They have been quite vocal and vehement about it. But these sort of talks keep coming back time and again. Where is this stemming from?
See, Deepak, there is no smoke without the fire. And it is directly coming from the horse's mouth, which is the Chief Minister here. I mean, why would anybody in such position would take something that is not serious and have a comment about it? So here, when we have seen the performance of the BRS party from the state elections to the parliament elections have drastically fallen. And it's an open fact here that people here and all the leaders of the BRS and BJP both know that there has been transfer of vote from the BRS to the BJP during the parliament elections. And the BRS cadre does not believe that there is any chance for any resurgence of the BRS. So they are looking towards Congress or BJP as an alternative. And nobody on the ground considers KTR as a serious ground politician because he has always come through his father, but not through the masses. And so the whole cadre does not believe here personally. And the BRS to save its own skin. Now Kavita is in the jail. The ED investigation is continuing on. And there has been allegations over KCR for the power purchase agreements, which is going on Supreme Court, where he has been asking for more time. Then there is also allegations against Kaleshwaram. So the BRS is in its own loop where, because of its feudal management, it has been in trouble. Now it's looking forward to have some protection by being part of BJP. So they don't care about the cadre. The BJP and the BRS both share the similar DNA. They have the self-interest in their
What
mind.
sort of
and
protection
their
are you
corporate
referring to? Dr. Shetkar, what sort of protection are you referring to here?
Yeah, Kavita will be out of the jail. Now KCR will be made a Rajya Sabha member or a governor. Then there is discussion about how the next elections will be under the KTR leadership. So they are making all these negotiations so that they both survive here. There is an anti-Modi and anti-BJP wave throughout the country now. In 5 years, it's just going to get worse. So nobody can stand principally just against, they can't stand alone here. So the common enemy here is Congress. So they both want to form a negotiation, and probably because this is like testing the waters, and slowly it is going to happen, and we are definitely going to see this coming through.
So the Congress is preparing for that.
Definitely. The bonhomie between both the parties have been started. And the BRS is constantly worried because there are a lot of Rajya Sabha members that are resigning. There are numerous MLCs that have resigned and constantly knocking the doors of Congress. And here, Congress also on the ground has a really positive impact because unlike the destruction of the institutions by the BRS government in the last 10-year rule, now the people see there is a hope for people. There is governance at the footsteps. And despite having a worst financial management here in the state for the last 10 years...
But let's ask the BJP and the BRS about these allegations coming in from you, the Chief Minister, and many others from the Congress. I'll bring in Mr. Dinaka Lanka here. Mr. Lanka, these sort of alliances where the BJP has said is nearly impossible, they'll never go for it. We've seen it happening. We've seen it happening in Maharashtra. We've seen it happening in Karnataka. We've seen it across the country. And in politics, alliances which never look likely have, somewhere been made to happen somewhere. And the BJP has been in the thick of things. Here, if the BRS, hypothetically, if it looks for this sort of an alliance, and if it's a political advantage, like we had Dr. Shetkar herself there say that somewhere in terms of these two parties coming together, if it forms a formidable force for the state of Telangana, would that be okay with the BJP? Hypothetically, if the BRS comes to you.
It is quite hypothetical. No such kind of proposal exists from the BJP as far as the BRS is concerned. If you take the history, prior to 2004, there was an alliance between BRS, then TRS, and Congress. They formed together the government in 2004, both central government and the state government. They are part and parcel in the government. So it is there was a history. The relation between the then TRS, now BRS, with Congress is very clear. And if BJP, if you see that the performance of the BJP in GHMC elections, assembly elections, and then recently held MP elections, we significantly improved, most particularly in 2024 MP elections, very clearly, in parliament elections, very clearly, we secured 35.08% vote share, which is more than 15.43% vote share when compared to the 5 years back in the year 2019 elections. And we secured the 8 parliament seats, whereas it was 4 in the year 2019. So we are very well performing party as far as Telangana is concerned. We need not any such kind of alliance. We grow on our own because we have the stable, able leadership, and fighting spirited leadership is there. Hence, this kind of hypothetical only to divert the failures of the government, Revanth Reddy is doing these kind of practices. It is not good practice. Rather than making these kind of hypothetical allegations or these kind of statements.
But BJP was a dominant force in many other states, like in Maharashtra, like in Karnataka. They didn't feel like they needed any support. Then you went with the JDS in Karnataka. You split the Shiv Sena there. You split the NCP there, and you had alliance partners coming in from those parties. So it has happened.
Alliance,
so while the BJP can on one hand say that we don't need it, we are gaining momentum in Telangana by ourselves, but there could be a situation that arises where you need it. And this time, if you look at what about the assembly elections? If the BJP was consistently performing so well, okay, Mr. Lanka, but I want you to answer this. If the BJP was consistently improving so well.
No, even in assembly elections, if you see that we had.
But all that let me just complete.
Please hear me. In the year 2018 assembly election, we secured only one assembly, whereas in 2023 we secured 8 of the assembly seats. We improved and we performed better than assembly elections in the parliament. We are growing. We keeps on constantly. We are growing. As far as BRS is concerned, both Jagan Mohan Reddy in Andhra Pradesh and the KCR in Telangana, they are friends. They are together. They both are looking towards the Congress because they are already allied with the Congress. Jagan Mohan Reddy is the Congress person himself, as well as KCR has the past track record. He has aligned with the Congress party. Prior to 2014-2004 elections, let you see that there is no alliance so far with BRS or TRS with the BJP. So we are going to register landslide victory in next assembly election on our own. We have our strength. We are our leaders very strongly. We are backing the party and our Karyakartas.
Let's see what the BRS has to say.
There is no need of such kind of measures and acquisitions as far as the BJP is concerned in Telangana.
Okay, you are saying that the BJP is doing fairly well by itself and it does not need any sort of alliance. But the Congress believes otherwise because they say that the BRS probably needs to piggyback on the BJP at this point in time for their own survival, and protection is the word that was used. Mr. Chaudhary, what do you have to say in response?
Bopanna, no, this is only tactics that the failures of the Revanth Reddy, he wants to divert. That's why these kind of illusionary hypothetical issues are giving as statements by him.
But at such a juncture, when you are not looking at either assembly elections around the corner or Lok Sabha elections or anything of that sort, you know, where does it give him any sort of a political edge to make a statement like this? And this is coming from a chief minister. If it was coming from anybody else in the state, question marks could have been raised whether it was just a one-off statement, just a passing remark. But this is the chief minister of the state making such a statement.
That means, as for whims and fancies, if anybody speaks, whether it's the chief minister or others, is it workable? No. As for his illusionary, just but to divert his failures, he is giving these kind of statements. Whereas the BJP is become the formidable force, he knows very well. He wants to divert the issue. No need of any kind of these measures are required for the BJP growth and prosperity. We stand on our own. Definitely, we are going to this landslide victory in next assembly. We are going to form the government on our own.
Okay, you're on your own, but what about what the Congress said? That there are apparent advantages for the BRS if you look at this, alliance. And that's the reason it is definitely on the cards, and the Congress says that they're preparing for it.
Then let them prepare. In politics, everybody have their own strategies. Congress may have their own strategy. We have our own strategy. With our strategy, we can register victory on our own. We have the confidence, the growth, which is showing very clearly. The path is very clear as far as BJP is concerned. Our leaders are committed, and our Karyakartas also committed to form the government in Telangana on our own.
Okay, let's bring in a neutral perspective here, as Nagesh Kumar is a senior journalist there, of course, has been tracking all of these political parties for quite some time, understands the very essence of these parties as well. Mr. Kumar, how do you really look at this statement from the Chief Minister? Would you take it seriously? Are there such, is there a political buzz on these lines in Telangana at the moment?
A buzz along political lines. In fact, for the last several months, there have been talks of merger. But for the chief minister to say that they are ready for merger is a bit far-fetched, because the BJP does not have any urgency to have the TRS merge with it, because there are no, as you put it, there are no elections around the corner. Number one. Number two, see, Mr. Revanth Reddy may be the chief minister, but his statement lacks credibility for the reason that he is also the Congress president. Besides, it is he who is admitting MLAs from the BRS. So now for him to say that BRS MLAs will now merge with the BJP is a bit surprising, because now the entire effort of the Congress is to pull away sufficient number of MLAs, that is 2/3 of the MLAs from the BRS, so that they can call it a merger. Already some 8-9 MLAs have merged with the Congress and have unofficially joined the Congress, and they want the figure to be 20 so that they can have a complete merger of the party. So if at all the BRS is merging with anyone, it is with the Congress and not with the BJP.
But politically, how does it fare? Who stands at an advantage? And more importantly, if this alliance comes by, do you think that, this transfer of votes and in the favor of the BJP and the BRS will actually happen?
Yeah, you see, the advantage will definitely be with the party with whom the BRS merges, because the BRS has still got a lot of cadre. See, another important point I would like to add here is why these mergers may not take place at the level of K. Chandrasekhar Rao is that he recently deputed a team of leaders to Tamil Nadu to study the functioning of the DMK, because he feels very strongly that the DMK is a party which has got strong grassroots level strength. So he wants to replicate it in Telangana so that he can convert his party to a similar model and have a strong grassroots level party whom the other parties will seek out for alliance rather than for merger. That is what his strategy is now.
Okay. No, but the Congress was talking about how this would possibly they feel the BJP has been eating into the BRS votes. This merger for them, of course, both of them are completely denying it. The BJP says on their own they are seeing stupendous growth for their party and they don't see the need to do it. But also considering the fact that there's no immediate election. But is it a plan on the long run, considering this time, of course, for the Congress, it was a big win? And to really outrun them in the next assembly election, do you feel that this merger is important and it will be an advantage?
You see, the cause of this issue is the statement given by the Mr. Vinod Kumar, former MP and a person who is in the inner circle of KCR. He said that in politics, everything is possible and nothing can be ruled out. When a reporter from the Indian Express asked him whether there was any merger, so that emanated from him. Apart from that, Bandi Sanjay Kumar, who is the Union Minister of State for Home and an important BJP functionary in Telangana, he said that we will admit people from BRS only if they resign their seats. So if you put these two statements together, it looks as if there is a secret understanding between the BJP and TRS, and the talks are going on. But in the present context, it doesn't seem sensible for the BRS to merge at the chief minister level and for KCR to accept governorship. See, KCR has come through a struggle. So for him to accept governorship and become suddenly inactive is a bit far-fetched. Yes, the other point that is being speculated is that he may become friendly to the prime minister, which he has not been since the last 4 or 5 years, and seek a berth in the union cabinet. But we have to wait and see this development, because the Lok Sabha's term is now full 5 years and assembly elections
Okay.
are also now 4.5 years away.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the interesting bit as to why this conversation is coming up at this juncture. Dr. Shetkar, you heard the response, of course, from the BJP and the BRS. Both are putting it back on the Congress at this point in time that, you shouldn't take the Chief Minister very seriously, and probably, this is the Congress just saying what they want. And what is the benefit really when you look at the timing? That's what we've been talking about. As far as elections, well, it's not in the near future. If they really look at this, people who, of course, have been hardcore BRS voters, they will feel whether, it's betrayal as far as they're concerned. So strategically, where do you think the advantage lies for the BRS or the BJP?
Disturbance, but I understand. I mean, the BRS cadre is already...
Everyone's speaking over each other. If Dr. Shetkar can respond, and then I'll come back. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, the BRS cadre is already disheartened because what happened in the parliament elections, the cadre was told till the ground level to transfer its votes to the BJP. So it's not like a new disappointment now. I understand there is no imminent urgency currently for the BJP because they still want to wait for the Delhi elections, because Kavita and Kejriwal both are in the same case of the liquor scam. But the BRS is desperate to save because they have the BRS MLAs, like Professor said, they have been knocking on the doors of both the BJP and the Congress because they don't see any future for the BRS. And now the BRS is desperate, and Mr. KTR says that Congress is bankrupt intellectually. I mean, the only intellectual there in the BRS is a KCR because he's from the...
Mr. Chaudhary wants to respond to that. I have only a couple of minutes, so Dr. Shetkar, let Mr. Chaudhary come in. He's wanting to respond to you as well. Okay. We got your point there. Let him respond. Mr. Chaudhary, go ahead.
Thank you, Deepak, for finally giving the opportunity. So, before going into these sort of discussions, Deepak, we need to think about the person who made these allegations today. If going by Revanth Reddy's IQ, let me tell you, he is not a serious player in Telangana politics, because we have seen yesterday, during the Independence Day speech, he was saying that Bhakra Nanga Dam is in Telangana. Is it really in Telangana? And earlier he was saying that you can buy aeroplanes in Dilshuk Nagar. That's a suburb of Hyderabad. Let anybody go and buy an aeroplane and see if it's available there. And earlier he was saying Satya Nadella is the CEO of Infosys, whereas the world knows he is the CEO of Microsoft. So Revanth Reddy's IQ is minuscule. So thereby there is no credibility to the allegations he made on BRS merger with BJP, because we have no necessity to merge with anybody, either be it Congress or be it BJP, because we blame them equally for the misfortunes Telangana has suffered since the independence. And going by these sort of things, recently we have seen BJP has not given any additional funds to Telangana in the recent budget. And Congress, they have given 420 assurances to the people during elections. And after that, they are hoodwinking the people, and they are using these sort of diversion tactics so that people don't talk about them. We are very clear. We are on behalf of Telangana people, and we will be there to fight on behalf of Telangana for its rights and the welfare of Telangana people. We will never merge with either of these parties, because none of them have the interest of Telangana at their heart. Neither Congress nor BJP. Congress has
Mr. Chaudhary. The BRS is making it very clear right now that this is an attempt by the Congress to hoodwink the people, and the BRS does not find a need to go with either the BJP or the Congress, and they will fight on their own, and the people still believe in them. Let's of course see how the politics of Telangana plays out in the next few days with this prediction coming in from the Chief Minister of the state. I'm thanking all our panelists for joining us on this debate. On the other side, Shreya Devandial brings you the urban debate on Mirror Now. Don't go anywhere.